Hello, my name's Clint. This is my modified lifted Safari Card 2012 Chevy Cruze. This is going to be a video series of what I believe is going to be a really fun build. My goal is to put a LFX 3.6 liter V6 into this car. That's going to be my first goal, and I'll tell you my second goal here shortly. The LFX has been put into one of these cars before, but it hasn't been really documented on what all was done. I've talked to the guy a little bit, and I just wanted to make a little more of a video series of everything that I run into, problems that I find on the install. For the most part, it should drop right in. It fits into the engine bay fine. I say fine, but it's going to be a little bit of a tight fit. The engine mounts have to be slightly modified, and I'll go over that with you as well. The fuse box off of the Impala that I'm going to end up having to use has to be rewired to match, actually not the fuse box, but the Chevy Cruze will have to be rewired to match the Impala fuse box. The communication system that the electronics talk back and forth with, that's all going to be in the same platform. The computer is an E78 computer, so it's going to have pretty much the same setup with it. So I do have to turn off the vehicle key security system on it. It's going to turn it into what's called a standalone system, and that'll allow that VIN number not to mess with the car's all programmed VIN numbers. So your ABS control module is going to be looking for the factory VIN number, your body control module, the fuel pump control module, those sort of things. So that way the car will still operate properly, and I'm not going to throw all these warnings and it's going to shut down all the computers and everything. So that's the goal. With that, my second goal that's going to be for you hillbilly people is, as you can see just off in the distance here, I've got some tires. They're just about 33-inch tires. They're a 285/70/17. That's kind of large for this car. It's basically a 33-inch tire. So I've got to figure out how to put those onto here. I want to get the engine installed, the drive line. I have to put new spindles on it, new axles and all that stuff, and I want to see where everything's positioned. I've got some new wheels for it also. There's some 17-inch, they're a flat black. You'll see those a little bit later on. Those are a 5x120 bolt pattern, so they're going to bolt up. I'm going to have to figure out, there's probably going to have to be some wheel spacers. There's going to be a whole lot of cutting, and I hope I don't cut too much. That's the goal, because you can cut too little, but you can't cut too much without doing a lot of extra modifications. So that's going to be the build. There's a lot of background with this car. It used to be my buddy's car. We super fixed up the engine. We had a larger turbo, E85. There's a whole lot of upgrades that we did with B&R Racing when we first built this thing. Jerry's awesome over there, and we really had a blast with it. Shortly after that, my buddy that owned the car at the time got into a wreck with a Volvo. The Volvo pulled right out in front of him. It was a sad day. Car was a total loss. Ended up watching for it on the auctions. I had a buddy that was a dealer. We got the car back, and through a chain of events, I ended up trading him for another vehicle. I got this car and got it running, got it back out on the road, and it just kind of turned into a little monster here. So the engine's almost all the way back to stock. I've still got the larger turbo on it, but I don't have the E85 and the LS coils and all the extra stuff that we had on there because I originally just kind of wanted it to be a normal car again. Well, that didn't last too long, as you can tell. I've currently got some 29-inch Toyo Open Country AT3s on it. They ride really good, and they just barely fit on the vehicle. I say barely fit. I did have to do some hammering in the wheel wells, and of course take out the fender liners and all that stuff. I had to hammer some stuff in the back to get it all to fit, but it's there. And so factory size is about a 26-inch, and I'm going with a 33-inch just about. So that'll be about almost 7 inches taller tire in circumference. So yeah, that's going to be fun to do. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really nervous about that, but it's going to happen. So that's going to be pretty much the video series. I hope this is awesome and fun. I know it's going to be awesome when it's done. And I hope you guys stick around, keep an eye on the updates with the new videos, and I'll I'll try to be the most informative that I can. If you ever run into any problems or have any questions on any videos, you're more than welcome to put something in the messages, and I'll try to get back with you. And thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.